you ever stare into the vastness of the night sky and feel a profound question echo back? What is the point of all this? Does my life in this grand cosmic play truly have any inherent meaning? This question, ancient and deeply human, can sometimes feel like a heavy cloak, a shadow of doubt that follows our brightest days. It's a feeling many of us share, a quiet whisper that can unsettle even the most centered soul. The thought life has no meaning can sound like a bleak pronouncement, a door slamming shut on hope. It can evoke feelings of emptiness, of being adrift in an indifferent universe. For centuries, humanity has sought meaning in divine plans, in grand narratives, in purposes laid out for us. So, when that foundation seems to crumble, it's natural to feel a sense of vertigo, a profound disorientation. This feeling of meaninglessness, this existential ache, isn't a sign of failure or a defect in your outlook. It's often a sign of a mind that is searching, questioning, and refusing to accept easy, prepackaged answers. It's the starting point for a deeper journey, a journey that philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, a master of challenging conventional wisdom, would urge us to embrace, not fear. Nietzsche looked this abyss of meaninglessness squarely in the face and declared something startling. When confronted with life has no meaning, he essentially replied, "Good." This isn't the response most expect. It's not a denial of the feeling, but a radical, almost defiant, reinterpretation of its implications. A shift from despair to something else entirely. Why good? Because, for Nietzsche, the absence of a preordained, universal meaning isn't a cosmic oversight or a cruel joke. It's an unprecedented opportunity. It's the ultimate liberation. If no meaning is handed down to us from on high, then we are not bound by scripts written by others, by destinies we didn't choose. The stage is empty, waiting for a new playwright. Imagine being given a canvas, utterly blank but vast and of the finest quality. Some might see the emptiness and feel daunted. What do I paint? I don't know how. But Nietzsche saw the ultimate artistic freedom. No lines to stay within, no image to merely copy. The blankness itself is the invitation to become a creator, an artist of existence. This idea that we create our own meaning is central to Nietzsche's thought. It's a call to action, a rousing challenge to move from passive recipient to active architect. It means that the significance of your life isn't something to be found as if it were a lost object, but something to be built, day by day, choice by choice. Consider the weight of a predefined purpose. What if it doesn't fit you? What if it feels constricting, alien, or simply not yours? The death of God, as Nietzsche famously put it, wasn't just about religion. It was about the collapse of all external, absolute sources of meaning and values. This collapse, while initially terrifying, clears the ground for something new. So if the universe doesn't whisper a grand purpose into your ear, who does? You do. You become the source. This is an immense responsibility, yes, but also an exhilarating power. It means your values, your passions, your deepest commitments can become the guiding stars of your existence, not because they were decreed, but because you chose them. Creating meaning isn't about inventing some grand, abstract philosophical system overnight. It's often far more personal, more intimate. It's about identifying what truly makes you feel alive, what sparks your curiosity, what you deem worthy of your effort, your love, your struggle. These are the raw materials for your unique masterpiece. Think about the things you genuinely value. Is it compassion? Strive to embody it. Is it knowledge? Pursue it relentlessly. Is it creativity? Make, build, express. Is it connection? Nurture your relationships. These values, actively lived, begin to weave a tapestry of meaning that is undeniably, authentically yours. Nietzsche spoke of the will to power, often misunderstood as a desire to dominate others. A deeper interpretation sees it as an inner drive towards growth, self-mastery, and the expression of one's full potential. It's the will to overcome limitations, both internal and external, and to affirm life in all its complexity. To create meaning is an act of this will to power. This creation of meaning is not a one-time event but an ongoing process, a dance. It involves experimentation, learning, sometimes failing, and always reevaluating. What gave your life meaning 5 years ago might evolve. Your masterpiece isn't static. It's a living, breathing expression of your journey. So how do you begin to consciously create meaning? Start by looking inward. What activities make you lose track of time? What problems in the world ignite a fire in you? What kind of person do you aspire to be, not for external approval, but for your own sense of integrity? These are your clues. One powerful way to create meaning is through contribution. When you use your unique talents, however small they may seem, to make a positive difference in the lives of others or to a cause larger than yourself, a profound sense of purpose can emerge. It connects you to the wider world, weaving your thread into the human story. Meaning can also be forged in the crucible of relationships. The love we give and receive, the deep connections we form, the empathy we share, these are not trivial. They are fundamental human experiences that can fill our lives with richness and significance, creating a sanctuary of belonging in a vast universe. Embracing challenge and growth is another path. Nietzsche believed in amor fati, loving one's fate, including its hardships. Overcoming obstacles, learning from adversity, and continually striving to become a stronger, wiser version of yourself can be an incredibly meaningful pursuit. The struggle itself carves depth into our being. Consider the artist who pours their soul into their work, not for fame or fortune, but for the sheer act of creation. This is a model for us all. Whether your art is raising a family, building a business, tending a garden, or writing code, approach it with intention, passion, and a desire to imbue it with your unique spirit. The fear of meaninglessness often stems from a passive stance, waiting for purpose to arrive. Nietzsche's philosophy is a call to active engagement with life. Don't wait for meaning, make it. Don't search for purpose, forge it. This shift in posture from seeker to creator is transformative. This doesn't mean life will always be easy or that you'll never feel doubt again. The creation of meaning is an ongoing affirmation, a continuous choice to say yes to life, with all its beauty and its pain. It's about finding your why, which, as Nietzsche said, can help you bear almost any how. The meaning you create doesn't have to be monumental or world-changing in the eyes of others. It just has to be authentic to you. A quiet life dedicated to learning, a life filled with small acts of kindness, a life spent exploring the wonders of the natural world. All can be profoundly meaningful if they resonate with your deepest self. Nietzsche's call to create your own meaning is not a descent into pure relativism where anything goes. It's a call for a higher kind of responsibility, to craft values that are life-affirming, that elevate the human spirit, that contribute to your own flourishing and perhaps, by extension, to that of others. The feeling of no inherent meaning can initially feel like a vast, cold ocean. But Nietzsche offers us a ship, our will, our creativity, and a compass, our chosen values. With these, we can navigate this ocean, not as lost souls, but as explorers charting our own unique course. This process of self-creation is what Nietzsche sometimes referred to as becoming an Übermensch, or overman. Not a master race, but an individual who has overcome nihilism, embraced their freedom, and created their own values to live by, thus becoming a bridge to a higher state of being. When you realize that meaning is not externally imposed but internally generated, it changes how you approach daily life. Mundane tasks can become opportunities to express your values. Challenges become chances to forge strength. Every moment offers a chance to affirm your chosen path. There's a deep joy in this creative act. It's the joy of the artist completing a masterpiece, the joy of the builder seeing their structure stand tall, the joy of the parent watching their child flourish. This is the joy of a life lived authentically, on your own terms. So the next time that question, does life have meaning, arises, don't let it drag you down. Hear Nietzsche's provocative good. See it as an invitation. The script of your life is unwritten. Pick up the pen. The clay of your existence is unformed. Begin to sculpt. Ask yourself, if I were to invent a purpose for my life right now, what would it be? What values would I choose to live by? What impact, however small, would I want to make? Don't censor yourself. Let your deepest aspirations speak. This is the starting point of your creation. Remember, this isn't about finding the one, singular, perfect meaning. Life can hold multiple meanings, evolving and shifting as you grow. The beauty is in the ongoing creation, the continual rediscovery of what makes your heart sing and your spirit soar. Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy, while sometimes challenging, offers a profound empowerment. It takes the terror out of meaninglessness and replaces it with the thrill of creation. You are not a passive victim of a meaningless universe. You are its co-creator, tasked with bringing forth your own light. This isn't about grandiosity or ego. It's about authenticity. It's about living a life that is true to your deepest self, rather than one dictated by external pressures or inherited beliefs you haven't examined. Your meaning is your own sacred ground. Consider the freedom in this. No more searching for a purpose that always seems just out of reach. Instead, you turn inwards and draw from the wellspring of your own being. You decide what matters. You are the arbiter of significance in your world. This act of creating meaning often involves confronting what Nietzsche called nihilism, the belief that values are baseless and that nothing can be known or communicated. By choosing and living your values, you actively push back against this void, affirming life itself. Your life then becomes your great experiment. You test hypotheses about what brings fulfillment, what actions align with your chosen values, what kind of world you want to help build. Some experiments will succeed, others will teach you. All contribute to the richness of your journey. Embracing this perspective can transform suffering. While pain is inevitable, Nietzsche suggests that if it serves a purpose you have defined, growth, learning, strengthening your resolve, it can be endured, even embraced, as part of your self-creation. Meaning gives context to hardship. Think of your life as a story. If there's no divinely appointed author, then you are the author. What kind of story do you want to write? A tragedy, a comedy, an epic of adventure and discovery. The narrative arc is yours to shape, the themes yours to explore. Daily actions, no matter how small, become brushstrokes on your canvas. A kind word, a moment of focused work, a pause to appreciate beauty, a step towards a goal, each contributes to the evolving masterpiece of your life. Intention infuses these small acts with significance. This path requires courage, the courage to reject imposed meanings, the courage to define your own values, and the courage to live by them even when it's difficult. Nietzsche admired this courage, seeing it as a hallmark of a noble spirit. The meaning you create is not an illusion, it's a willed reality. It's what gives your life direction, motivation, and a sense of coherence. It's the framework upon which you build a satisfying and authentic existence. Its power comes from your commitment to it. Don't be afraid to choose small meanings. A profound dedication to a craft, to nurturing a loving family, to preserving a piece of nature. These can be just as powerful, if not more so, than ambitions for fame or grand influence if they are truly yours. This philosophy frees you from the pressure of finding a single, ultimate answer that applies to everyone. Your meaning is tailor-made, unique to your journey, your experiences, your aspirations. Its validity comes from its resonance within you, not from external validation. What if you feel you don't know what your values are? Start by observing your reactions. What angers you? What inspires you? What makes you feel deep satisfaction? These emotional responses are often signposts pointing towards your deeply held, perhaps unarticulated values. To create your own meaning is also to embrace continuous learning and self-reflection. As you evolve, so too might your understanding of what gives your life purpose. Be open to this evolution. It's a sign of a life being actively lived. This isn't a solitary pursuit. While the meaning is yours to define, it is often expressed and enriched through connection with others, through shared projects, through love, and through service. We create meaning for ourselves, but often with and for others. Nietzsche's challenge is to live so fully, so authentically, that if you were to live your life over and over again, exactly the same, the idea of eternal recurrence, you would embrace it with joy. Creating your own meaning is key to building such a life. The void of inherent meaning isn't empty space, it's open space. It's the space for freedom, for creativity, for the highest expression of your individuality. It's a gift, if you have the courage to receive it as such. Consider this. What if the meaning of life is simply to live fully and consciously, to experience, to learn, to love, to create, and to strive? What if the meaning is not a destination, but the quality of the journey itself, a journey you actively shape? So when doubt whispers, "Is this all pointless?" Answer it with your actions. Answer it with your chosen values. Answer it with the beauty you create or cultivate. Your life, lived intentionally, becomes its own irrefutable argument for meaning. This is not about denying the suffering or absurdity that can be part of life. It's about choosing your response. Will you be crushed by it, or will you use it as fuel, as contrast, as a reason to affirm what you deem good, beautiful, and true? The power to define meaning is the power to shape your inner world, regardless of external circumstances. This inner sovereignty is a source of profound strength and resilience. It's a flame that no outer storm can entirely extinguish. Nietzsche encourages us to be poets of our lives, to craft our existence with the same care, passion, and attention to detail that a poet brings to a verse. Every choice, every action, a word in your unfolding epic. Don't wait for an epiphany. Start small. What is one value you can consciously embody today? What is one small step you can take towards a goal that you have set? Meaning is built brick by brick, through consistent, intentional action. The meaning you create is a gift, not only to yourself but potentially to the world. A life lived with purpose, passion, and integrity can inspire others, can ripple outwards in ways you may never fully know. Your light can help illuminate other paths. Embracing this freedom means letting go of the need for external approval for your choices of meaning. If your path resonates deeply with you, if it's rooted in life-affirming values, then it is valid, regardless of societal expectations or trends. Nietzsche's philosophy is not an easy one. It demands much of us. It demands courage, creativity, and constant self-overcoming. But the reward is a life of unparalleled freedom, authenticity, and self-created significance. A life truly your own. So is life inherently meaningless? Perhaps. But as Nietzsche brilliantly reframes it, good. This is not an ending but a grand beginning. The beginning of your unique, self-authored, and deeply meaningful existence. The power rests with you. Let this sink in. The absence of a pre-written script is the ultimate artistic license. You are not merely an actor reciting lines someone else wrote. You are the playwright, the director, and the star of your own magnificent production. Take a moment today. What is one small thing you can do, one choice you can make, that aligns with the meaning you wish to create? It doesn't have to be monumental. The smallest act done with intention is a powerful affirmation of your creative agency. The meaning isn't a static object to be found. It's a dynamic process, a verb. It's in the striving, the loving, the creating, the learning, the overcoming. It's the music you make with the instrument of your life. Nietzsche's message liberates us from the anxiety of a cosmic search. The treasure isn't hidden in some distant galaxy or ancient text. It resides within your capacity to value, to choose, and to act. The wellspring of meaning is you. This journey of creating meaning is intensely personal, yet it connects us to the deepest human aspiration, to live a life that matters, not to the universe perhaps, but to ourselves and through our actions, potentially to those whose lives we touch. So when the old narratives of meaning no longer satisfy, don't despair. Instead, feel the thrill of that empty canvas, the call of that unwritten page. The most profound meaning is the one you courageously and lovingly craft for yourself. Reflect on what makes your spirit feel expansive. What activities or pursuits cause you to forget yourself in a state of flow? These are often potent clues to the kinds of meaning that will deeply resonate with your authentic self. Follow these threads of passion. Creating your own meaning doesn't mean you have to have all the answers right away. It's about embracing the questions, living into them, and allowing your path to unfold as you make conscious, value-driven choices each day. The strength derived from self-created meaning is profound. It becomes an internal compass, guiding you through storms, helping you navigate uncertainty, and providing a bedrock of purpose when external structures falter. It's an anchor in the often turbulent seas of life. Think of your values as the colors you choose to paint your life with. Are they bold and vibrant, soft and subtle, complex and layered? The more consciously you choose them, the more your life becomes a true reflection of your inner landscape. This ability to create meaning is perhaps the ultimate human freedom. It acknowledges our capacity for self-awareness, for choice, and for transcending mere biological existence to craft a life of significance, as defined by ourselves. Do not underestimate the power of your own perspective. By shifting from "life has no meaning" as a lament to "life has no pre-given meaning, so I will create it" as a declaration, you transform from a victim of circumstance into a potent creator. Nietzsche's insight isn't a comforting platitude, but a robust call to embrace your power. It is an invitation to live more intensely, more purposefully, more authentically. To say yes to the challenge and joy of forging your own path, your own values, your own unique meaning. So the next time you ponder life's great questions, remember this empowering alternative. The absence of imposed meaning is not a void, but a vast space for your own creation. Your life is your message to the universe. Make it one of courage, beauty, and self-defined purpose. What will you create?